Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Jackie here. Today I'm going to show you what I've been up to and what I'll be using in my next Christmas cards. So let's just start. A little pink flamingo. Oops, the berries are white instead of red. The red one was on top of that and it's lost. Oh well. So a little pink flamingo. I wonder if it's better if I come down closer. The sun is shining today in Northern Ireland, which is quite unusual. So there is a little gingerbread man with his little candy cane and his little heart cheeks. Isn't he pretty? So all I have done is die cut out these images, all in white cardstock. Nice little owl. And he's a little purple, you know. And then I have taken the bits that need coloured and put them on my sticky mat and inked them with inks. And then stuck them all together. That's a little snowman with a little robin on top. So these will be featured in my next lot of Christmas cards. So that is what I will be up to next. Putting together some quick Christmas cards with die cuts and foil card. I think that's a spellbinder one. I think that one's a spellbinder one too. So this is me Nutcracker gentleman. And this is the Santa Claus, and he should have a wee reindeer that goes with him somewhere. There's a penguin. A lot of these are spellbinders because I did do their clubs for quite a while, and until I got too much stuff and I couldn't. That's a little Christmas pudding. I forgot to put the treacle on, but whatever it is you put in Christmas pudding. This is a nice little Christmas scene. So another penguin. There's a lot of penguins in this, so there are. Then this is a little fireplace scene with the chair and the dog. And it's all quite cute. Then another little scene with the snowman and the caravan, the little lights. More spellbinders ones, I'm sure. This one is a cowboy snowman and this one is a pretty snowman. It's a snow woman, that one. That one's a snow woman because I've done pink and purple. So it's definitely a snow woman. Then I did some of these little birds. Oops. I pulled a bit off that. That stuck to that. I've mucked up the next one. I'll have to fix it. So, those are them little birds. They come from a spellbinders. There's a birdhouse, but I didn't do the birdhouse this time. This is the one that I just mucked up. That bit was stuck to it and it pulled the top off. So I'll have to put another piece of Merry Christmas on top. But this is a little snow globe scene. And Santa. Cute. Now we've got a little walrus. You know, it would take me 2 or 3 days to cut all these out and to colour them. And that's all I would do for a couple of days. Where is the white pen? I see if I can put white in his eyes. Okay. Then another penguin. And another penguin. It's Penguin City, and this is the little reindeer that goes with that Santa Claus there. They come as a set. So they do. I've got little bits of glue sticking to it everywhere. I'm a bit hashy. Then I just die cut a little deer and inked it. Darkened his antlers, darkened his feet, and his tail a little bit. So there should be an elf that goes with these, but I've lost the bit of his hat, so I couldn't do him, unfortunately. So I've done the Santa and I've done the reindeer, and these are kind of hilarious. So they are. These are cute. I'm pretty sure these are Simon Hurley dies. Penguins again. Told you it's Penguin City. Penguins seems to be the most animal used at Christmas time as far as I'm concerned. Right. Then I've got a little polar bear with a baby polar bear on his back. I could actually cut that out again and put that in different colours if I wanted, but I don't want to. Then I've got a little polar bear, and she's a little girl too because she's done in purples. Excusez-moi. Now these belong to the little walrus. Those are his icicle things for sitting on. I think this is a Tim Holtz one. And then this is for the Nutcracker. This is his balloon or his drum to stand on, or else his drum to drum with. So what have I done? I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Give him his little 22. And I'm just storing them in this little plastic tub. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 images to make cards with. So let's get ready to rumble. That's what I'm going to do next. So thank you for stopping by. As always, greatly appreciate it. Hope you're all safe and well, having a good time, and until the next time, bye. Okay, so now we're back with the cards that I've made so far. So this one is very in your face. I've used a holographic piece of card and I've embossed it with a partridge in a pear tree Christmas folder. I've added a little snowman, polar bear with his baby on top, and I've added it onto a Merry Christmas that is just foil card, and then popped it up onto the white, and that is a 5x5. This is another 5x5 along the same designs, only this time I've used a patterned paper that I printed. I don't know when or how, or it's been in my folder and I just found it and it worked with the purple in his scarf, so I just went with it. And I added my polar bears popped up onto my Merry Christmas, which is then popped up onto my green wonky stitch circle die, and that is cut out of the background because getting papers to stick to foil card is not easy, and I use a tape pen to do it. But if I have a bit cut out of the middle, then I can put glue right onto the paper as well, and I know then that it will stick without any problems. And that is a 5x5. This is a little village scene that we had in there, and I've added a stenciled cloudy sky, and then this big "'Tis the season to be jolly," and then this is popped up. These are actually layered 2 or 3 times, and that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. This one's the same size, only I've cut a snowflake frame and added it onto a blue glitter card. I've added my little snowman in the middle and then a big Making Spirits Bright, and this is popped up as is the snowman. Sticking with the same size, I cut out this die. It's actually a Crafter's Companion one, and I popped it up onto my card. I popped up my little owl onto my white oval, which is a tonic scallop edge oval. You get the ovals in the straight, they go up in sizes. They're quite old, and this is an old Stampin' Up stamp that I have, and it was in my stash. Still with the same size, all I've done is put a piece of paper onto my card base. I've cut out my large oval, which is a Sue Wilson, and put it down flat. I've cut this top snowflake frame and a white one for behind it, and I've popped them up. Then I've popped up my little Santa, and Merry and Bright is the red on a blue background. And the same size again. I've found this is an old Papercraft Society paper, which is a fireplace scene. So I've really stuck my fireplace scene over the top of the fire. And now we have a bit of depth and dimension, and I added a Merry Christmas from all of us that is layered a couple of times. This is popped up. And one more of that size, and it's a piece of foil card from my stash that I have stuck onto a piece of gold foil. I had this is a Crafter's Companion inverted die. You get circles, rectangles, squares and ovals. This is one of the ovals. I've added the white mat and then it's popped up, and then I cut another one of those tonic. No, this is a tattered lace oval die, and I've popped it up, and then my little polar bear is popped up as well. So we've got quite a bit of dimension going on this card, and I merely added a Be Jolly down in the corner. So on to 5x5. This is a foil card, matte. Sorry, hubby turned up there. So I've cut this circle die out of the background so that I could once again make sure that this paper is glued directly onto my card base. I've added, this is a tonic holly die frame, and I've added 2 of those in white glitter card and added my little reindeer on top and a ho 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 on the bottom. So a bit of blue card, a stenciled cloud background, a die cut snowbank, and my little festive caravan and snowman, and wishing your family a Merry Christmas. This is popped up, and this is layered 3 times, I think. And another 5x5. I've added a bit of purple paper to my card base. I then added this frame, and I have double layered it. It's something I got with a Positively Papercraft card kit. I've popped up my inner circle that belongs to that, and then I've popped up my little pudding on top and added Merry Christmas on a white background. So 6x6 now. I merely took a Sue Wilson die, edge die, border die, strip die, whatever you want to call it, and I added it onto a piece of white card, popped up my love, peace and joy, simply added my snowman or my Santa and his little reindeer, and I did glitter all his little snow pieces, his little cuffs, etc. So this was the snow globe one, and all I did was cut out this tonic frame die twice, black and white, and layered them, stuck them onto my card base, popped up my snow globe, and it is ready to go. See, these big ones make nice cards. Quick, they stand out, and all I did was add a frame, snowflake frame die that I got of Temu, I believe. I added a white mat, and then the frame is popped up and my snowman is popped up. And the snowman has dimension because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers to his scarf, 2 to his hat and his brim, etc. And I simply added a jingle all the way off to the left. On this one, I found this paper and it matched my little gingerbread man. I added a this is a die from Temu, frame kind of die, and I popped it up, added my white wonky stitch circle, popped it up, added my gingerbread man who's popped up, and a joy to the world down in the bottom corner. This one is cute. I added a paper to a pink foil mat, cut out. This die cuts into it, and I then cut it out with a stitched circle die from Tattered Lace. So you could even put a square on round it, depends on what size of card you cut into. That is popped up. My little flamingo is popped up, and my festive love is popped up, and it is on the same card mat. So this is another one that cuts into the card, and then I used the wonky stitch circle to cut it out. I did cut it out of my mat. My paper is then stuck to the mat and to the card base. I popped this up, and then this is on 2mm foam tape, and this one here is popped up on 1mm foam tape, and added a peace, love, joy. I like this one. I like the colours of this one. So all I did was add a paper to a black mat. I had this wall cut out already in my stash, and it's layered a couple of times. So I added it with my penguin on top. He is then popped up, and this is cut out a couple of times and layered. And the last two are 5x7s. So I believe this is a Spellbinder's Nutcracker. This is a stenciled background in red. My Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas ties in with his green trousers. So it's well coordinated. This is popped up. And that is that one finished. And the final one is, this is a Sue Wilson die that cuts into the card again. I then cut that out with my trimmer to fit my 5x7 card base. Added a black mat that is popped up. My white mat is flat. And then my penguin is popped up. And I added a Merry Christmas in the bottom corner and a little poinsettia just for a little decoration. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 cards. Yay, I made 20 cards. The charity shop and the residents' home will be very pleased with all the cards they received this Christmas. So, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I do hope you're all safe, well, and having a great day. And until the next time, bye.